Hey guys, and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to give you a run through of the landing page builder inside of Silverbots. You can access this landing page builder through the flow builder. So you're going to add a flow and then you will get to this screen. And let me show you around, because normally you would start with a send message as a starting step. To access the landing builder, you press the big plus sign and then you go to landing page and you will get this block. So let's make this a starting step and remove this, and let's see what kind of options we have. So when pressing, you'll see that we have a few options here, and in the future this will be expanded with columns and gallery formats and much more, but these are the available modules at the time of the recording. So what do we have? We have the headline. So if we press that, you can have a headline, and each headline is basically an H2 headline. Um, to make a little bit of a variation of headlines, so if you want to have an H1, an H2, an H3, I will show you that in a little bit, but this is just a general headline block. So for example, welcome to this page. Then we have the text block. Pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, this is just to type in your paragraphs on the website itself. So hey, it's great to see you here. And I am going to share some value bombs right on this page. So just a little example of a text which you can write. You can also insert image blocks. So for example, let's see if I can grab an image from my computer. So let's say something like just a random stock photo for now. And let's publish this and see how this looks like. So you can preview this, or you can just grab the publish link, open a new tab in your window, in your browser, and then just paste that right inside. And you'll see that it is centered in the middle, and it looks pretty good out of the box, right? So these are the things you can use straight within the landing page builder through the available blocks at your disposal. We can also add a button, for example, and a button has the same kind of options you have when using a button inside of Messenger or inside of any other part in your chatbot. So also for emails and such. So you have the type, so you can open a send message that will take them to Messenger. You can open a website, you can call a number, you can also perform actions, start another flow, start a step inside this flow, or start an external step inside of another flow. So it can provide a really advanced setup, because you can connect everything inside the flow builder with each other. Normally you would have a website where you have a button that will direct to Messenger or direct to other parts, and with this landing page feature inside of the flow builder directly, you can just do that inside of one flow or inside of multiple flows, but you do not have to leave the Silverbots platform, which is really great and saves a lot of time. I know from personal experience, it saves a lot of time. So yeah, just wanted to show you this. Let's see what else do we have. We also have a line, so basically that's a divider, as you can see. We can also drop some spacing in between. It's just random spacing, but you can also delete it if you don't need it. And this is probably the most powerful feature, the code block. And the code block basically allows you to fully customize the entire website or the entire landing page. If you know HTML, if you know JavaScript, if you know CSS, you can build your entire landing page with just this code block. So if you're not familiar with this, I have some resources for you available. For example, if we delete all this, well, actually, let's grab this, let's delete the code block and the divider, let's publish this. Oops, and let's just delete the button for now as well, publish this. So let's see if it reflects here as well. So this is what you can achieve with a basic setup, right? We have a, so this is what you can So this is what you can achieve with the basic setup, right? You can also add buttons like I just showed you and do a few more things. But this is basically what you can accomplish with the regular blocks available for the landing page. And again, this will be expanded in the future, but this is what we have now. So I added the divider because I want to show you that you can also build a website according to code with the code block. So if you know HTML, you have a little bit more variation. So what I mean with this is I have a resource, and I will link this inside the description of the video as well. It's called HTML Editor. And with this, you can pretty much build a website through code. And you can build it like normal on the right-hand side, and it will provide you the HTML code on the left-hand side, which you can just copy and paste inside the landing page code block. So how does this look like? Let's say we want to have a heading, and let's say welcome to this page. And you will see on the left-hand side, you will get an H1 HTML code, as you can see. If we press enter, you will see that we have an HTML element for that. So if we do a regular text input, it is great to see you here. As I am going to share some value bombs straight on this page. So what you can do with HTML is, for example, it's great to see you here. I'm going to share some value bombs. So if you want to have some extra expression at certain words, you can also do, say, let's say I want to do this as a bold text, also cursive text. And as you can see, you will have the HTML directly done for you. So you don't, if you don't know HTML, it's no problem. You can go to this HTML editor and you will have this available to you. So you build it on the right hand side and you will get the HTML code on the left hand side. So let's say I want to do this in bold as well, and then we are going with a header, and let's make that an H2 header and say something like first value bomb. The first thing I want to share with you is, and then dot, 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 dot. But you can see how the HTML is being copied over here, right? You can also do a clean option that will allow the HTML that has been generated to even more get it even more formatted. So if we press this, you will see that some things are just disappearing that are redundant inside the HTML code, and you will just get a clean cut. So if we take a look here and just copy this code, we can go to the landing page builder and just insert this inside. And let's publish this. And let's see how it looks with a little bit more of a formatted HTML code. And as you can see, we have this highlighted as bold and italic, and we have this page marked as bold as well. But this gives a little bit more of a customization to the landing page. Until these features become native to Silverbot's landing page module, you can use the HTML editor this way, and you can also insert the same likewise image. So let's say we are going to go to Google and say we're going to search for images and say something like social media marketing. And let's see if we can grab a URL for something. So let's do this one, for example. We can copy the image address. So that's this one. We can go inside of here and we can say, let's see where we ended up inserting the, okay. So we inserted the image below the text. So let's do the same for here. And we can just say insert image. And we can say the source will be the link we just copied over. So we can just copy the image address and then paste that inside the source and then say okay. And let's clean up the code a little bit more and then just grab all this and see how this looks like inside the landing page feature. I'm going to save this and let's take a look. So as you can see, it's a little bit more, because it's the landing page is being centered. It may be best to provide some more dense image results. So we can adjust the image as well. If we go inside, we can just delete this, and let's say we're going to insert another image and grab the source one more time, copy image address, and then paste that in, and we can just say something like, let's do a constraint proportions, no need. Okay, and let's clean this up and let's see if this is a little bit better. So let's delete all this and put in the new code. So for images you will need to make a little bit of an adjustment, but let's see if this works out of the bat. So it does not seem like, so if we adjust the image size, maybe it would help. If we get it to open, there we go. So let's say we're going to go with a 600 by 250 layout, and then say publish. And let's see what that brings us. As you can see, that playing around with the resolution, you will see that it provides a better image resolution on the landing page, right? So you can see the difference between two pages. So for this one, we have an H1 tag, and out of the bat, the landing page module has H2 tags. So when using the headline, you will have the H2 tag, and with the HTML editor, you are more likely to be able to get more kinds of customization. So you can just say format, you can say insert or formats here, and you can choose heading 3, heading 4, a paragraph, a block note. But you can also do something like nested items or listed items, right? So if you want to do a bullet list, you can do so as well. So a bullet list could be aware of your ... And then we are going with another one, stay compliant, ... or something like with ... and then we would have something like random ... But you can see that it's being built right inside of the HTML block. So if we say clean up again, we can copy this entire block and just copy, or just copy the thing you just added. That's also a possibility, and just replace it with the new block, with the new code block. Let's publish this and let's see how this looks like. And again, we need to adjust the image size. So let's do that quickly as well. We went with a 600 to 250, I believe. So let's try that again. So let's make this 600 and let's make this 250. And let's save this and let's preview it again. You can see you can build a pretty neat landing page this way, right? So if you know HTML, you can just skip this entire part, because you can also use the code block to do that yourself. If you want to do HTML yourself, you can do so as well, and just start off with a paragraph, for example, and then have your text here. And close the paragraph. That's also with the, oops. So close the paragraph, there we go. So that's also a possibility. You can also do bold text yourself. So if you say something like strong and close that off and say this should be bold, and close it off like so. So we have strong and close it off. You will see that this should be bold and you will have a paragraph here. So let's publish this. Let's take another look. And you can see this is the paragraph, this is the bold part, and you can, again, you can just manually insert HTML, JavaScript, You can even place Facebook pixels, the pixel code onto a landing page to keep track. If you want to run ads, you can install the Facebook page pixel and track the results that way. You can insert Google Tags Manager, Google Analytics, all on the use of this code block. So it's a really, really important and versatile, diverse block to use, because it enables you to really do advanced setup for landing pages. So I hope this insight into the landing page feature helps you, has helped you. If you want to do a checkout, for example, you can do so as well. So let me replace this and let me add a code from my checkout page, which I used for my own template club funnel. So I did a template club funnel inside of the landing page features inside of Silverbots. So let me grab that code so you can see how that looks like on the landing page. So if we take a look at my page, a really simple landing page. This was more of a test, but if we take a look at the back end, you'll see that this is the page in the back end and it reflects like so in the front end. So it's a little bit more of a customization. As you can see when taking a look, you will if it will load, you'll see that I have a lot of code blocks to have H1 tags. I want to change the font size to 20 pixels, so it's a little bit more clear. By default, it's a really small, like this one, font size, and I want to have it a little bit bigger. And you can see that everything is just basically code blocks, and it's fun to work with, especially if you get to know more HTML. I have my basic knowledge about HTML, but you can also go to this link, and I will post this inside the video description as well. It's w3schools.com, and they have a lot of tutorials and documentation about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SQL, Python, PHP, and a lot more. But here you can, for example, learn the basic elements. So if you go to HTML headings, you can see that we have all the different kinds of headings and how to set them up in HTML format. So you will have this here, H1 and H2 to H6. And if you want to do paragraphs, you really see a step-by-step explanation on how to set this up. So here you have an example. So this is a paragraph, contains a lot of lines in the source code, but the browser ignores it. So as you can see, a lot of lines, but the browser ignores it. This is a paragraph, contains a lot of spaces in the source code, but the browser ignores it as well. So if you take a look at how this looks like in real time, you will see that this contains a lot of lines, but as you can see, a browser ignores the enter points. So if you want to do a new paragraph or a new line, you will have to do a line break. And this is all being explained inside of here. So you can, as you can see, you have blocks, inlines, links, CSS, colors, comments, quotations, basic elements. You have the basics here. As you can see, this would be a basic start of a web page going with this HTML code. And it's just fun to experiment with it because it is a step-by-step learning process and you can really build advanced websites. If we take a look at my landing page, this is just, again, really basically really simple in setup. But if we take a look at the checkout, so I say claim the $600 discount. If we do so, you will see that this is being rendered and I have code block that embeds the checkout page onto my landing page inside of Silverbots. So I do not have to get myself a web shop. I don't have to create a product. In this case, I'm using a GrooveCell as my checkout page. So it's a free account, and if you want one, I will have the link inside the video description as well. So a lot of links today. But yeah, I use the basic free version for the checkout and for the affiliate process and stuff like that. So it's really advanced. And if you take a look at the entire picture. So I hope this video that has gone on for, let's see, 20 plus minutes already. So I hope this helps you into figuring out how to use the landing page to its fullest potential. Again, the biggest feature implemented is the code block, which allows you to do so many things with the landing page inside of Silverbox. If you have any more questions, just let me know down in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, because it really helps me out. And I will be able to get more content available for you and do a lot more cool things on my own YouTube channel. So again, have a great day, and we'll talk soon.